Ciao, I'm Giuliana from Hardcore Italians, and you're watching Italian Things with G. Today, we're gonna be going over our blog post titled 8 Things Nonna and Nonno Love Talking About. Andiamo! Have you ever noticed how Nonna and Nonno always talk about the same things over and over again? Now, I know they're older and sometimes they're kind of forgetful, but they always seem to talk about these 8 specific things every time you see them. So, without further ado, here are our 8 things that Nonna and Nonno love to talk about. Number 1, their garden. Italian grandparents love to garden, and if it's not your Nonna who loves it, then maybe it's your Nonno. To Italian grandparents, it's definitely cool to have a garden that produces a lot of veggies that are like twice the size than they really should be. Honestly, like 3 times or 4 times the size than they should be. And then if Nonna or Nonno make you lunch or dinner with these fresh fruits and vegetables, you're gonna be hearing about it the entire meal. Italian grandparents, man, they love bragging about their gardens, but there is something else that they brag about even more than their garden, and that's their grandchildren. Which brings us to number 2. Nonna and Nonno love to talk about their grandchildren. One time I went to like the farmer's market with my Nonna, and like the store person's like cashing out, she's putting stuff in the bag and stuff, and I'm just like, thank you, Nonna. I give her a kiss, whatever. We were buying things, we were gonna cook something, I forget exactly. But I do remember my Nonna just like, it was completely quiet, and she tells the store person like, this is my granddaughter, and she's like, oh, it's very nice. And Nonna's like, she's a great help. We're gonna cook tonight. We're gonna do this, and that. And the store person's like, that's great. And like, you could tell Nonna just wants to like brag about me to this complete stranger who probably doesn't care. But it's so cute and so flattering to like hear your Nonna like talk about you to a stranger, even if they don't care. Like, honestly, it was more for me than it was for this random store lady. Any chance they get, our grandparents love to brag about us. Even if you're just over their house and they get a phone call from one of their friends, they're like, oh, Enza, hello. Oh, Giuliana's here. Oh, my granddaughter. We're doing this, and this. Oh, she's like this, and that. And they're just talking about you the whole time for like 10 minutes. Definitely makes you feel more gassed up and confident when you hear your grandparents like hyping you up to their friends. Like, yeah, I am a pretty good grandchild. All right, I can get used to this. Number 3, deals at the grocery store. Italian grandparents just love buying in bulk, okay? Because when you buy in bulk, you get a better deal. And Italian grandparents are all about the deals. And they'll make sure to remind you every chance they get. Grocery stores, look out. Nonna, no, all your secrets. Number 4, a project they've been working on. Usually the conversations about these things always end in talking about the garden again. I'm telling you, Italian grandparents and gardens, they love to talk about them. Number 5, telling stories from 40 years ago. And honestly, these are the best stories to hear. Even if you've heard them like 4 or 5 times, it's always nice to hear them again. Because 9 times out of 10, it's about your parents. And it's always interesting to hear like your grandparents' point of view on your parents growing up. I feel like sometimes we forget that our parents are also growing old with us. So it's important to like check in with Nonna or Nonno and like ask, how was Ma when she was growing up? Or how was Papa acting at my age? Your grandparents are like a cheat sheet. If you want to find out anything about your parents, go to your grandparents' house. They'll tell you billions of stories and it'll blow your mind sometimes. And if you're lucky, they'll whip out the family photo album and like tell you stories about all the different years and different times. And you know, you get to see your parents and your aunts and uncles as like little babies. It's just beautiful. This has got to be one of my favorite experiences. Number 6, how expensive or cheap something was. I mean, I feel like a lot of our grandparents grew up in the time of like the Great Depression and stuff where they couldn't just take things for granted. And now you kind of see them doing it nowadays, like saving the Tupperware and like from forever ago, not thinking it's important to buy a new one. Like, this is just how their mind works, and it's okay. Like, they grew up that way. But then they'll do the whole like, buy yourself a candy bar, and they'll give you like $100, and it's like, no, I don't need this. What do you mean, buy yourself a candy bar with a $100 bill? I don't know, Italian grandparents with money, it's like all over the place. You never know which direction. They're either gonna like buy something super cheap, but then also hand you $100 for a candy bar. Number 7, gossiping about somebody else in the family. Maybe like a distant cousin, you know? Italian grandparents love to spill the tea. They always know all the family drama because everybody's calling them and checking in on them. So they're telling them about their lives, and then if you go to visit them, they're gonna give you all the tea. But not in a malicious way. It's more of like, I care about these people. Why are they so stupid? I'm gonna tell you why they're stupid, but why are they being so stupid? They should be like this. They should be doing this. But it's because I love them, I'm gonna talk about them. I guess it makes sense to me. I kind of see where they're coming from, but it's also definitely like a Nonno and Nonna type like mentality. You know what I mean. And lastly, number 8, how much better their food is in comparison with somebody else's. In their minds, nobody's food comes close to theirs. And I'd have to agree with them. What other things do Nonna and Nonno love to talk about? Make sure to leave a comment down below and don't forget to tag a paisan. This was Italian Things with G, and thanks for watching. Ciao!